your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We are back, guys. Aren't you excited to see us today on this Tuesday afternoon? If you like us, smash that gold like button. Not down though, but up to the upside, because that's what we love to see. Yeah. And we prefer subscribe bell right here. Ring a ding ding. You guys ever miss the subscribe bell in the morning show? We can pressure Trent into picking one up himself if you do. But over there, we can hit it and we get people over there kick. And over there, we get people on YouTube and Rumble. So guys, do you see what you did there? You guys caught it. If not, I will be really disappointed. But anyways, today I got an Elysian pumpkinchino. Have you guys ever had a pumpkinchino? It's coffee pumpkin ale. It says pumpkinchino, coffee pumpkin ale. Pumpkinchino is the rebellious love child of a pumpkin ale and a short shot of cold brew coffee. Infused with a shake of cinnamon and nutmeg, it combines the creamy characteristics of milk stout with warm autumnal flavors. Autumnal flavors. That's a weird word. I don't. What word is that?
Where?
Autumnal flavors. And it's called autumnal.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never heard it before. Flavors of pumpkin coffee. It says, pour carefully. It's unfiltered.
Like the flavors of autumn? Is that what it,
Yeah, that's what it's going for, but they definitely made up their own word.
Well, welcome in, Vots718.
What's up, dude? 8 up for the win. You are right. And this is Brewhouse. We opened our doors in 1996 when bold art and music defined Seattle. We carry the same spirit in the way that we brew our beer. It's about taking chances, learning from our missteps, and changing perceptions. Pull up a bar stool at Elysian Brewery. Hey, guys, you know what? It's coming in at 6%, and I definitely props to them for starting Seattle in the 90s because that's when it was cool. All right, here we go. It's not cool anymore. Here we go. Pop it. Ooh, that was not very good. Not very loud. It smells like yeast and coffee and deliciousness. What do you got for us, Trent?
Today,
I've never heard of them.
Today, I'm bringing a Spirit Rumble, a double dry hopped hazy double IPA from Monkish Brewing Company, coming in at 8.5%. Got our ASMR pop.
Ooh, that was a good pop, Trent.
Or as John would say, got a big can of serpent juice.
Yes. Look at that pour.
And I'm pouring this into my hops on Cardano glass. You can see the Cardano logo there, I think.
Oh, we got Lucas in the chat.
I picked this up from our friend Ryan at Rare Evo 2025 in Las Vegas.
He didn't get me one though.
we did an interview with him that you can find on the channel, and there you go. So
shout out if he wants to go back to Rare Evo again next year and get me a glass.
We're both going to Rare Evo next year.
Yeah, all right.
Rare Evo next year is going to be our first Brew Crew meetup.
Is it?
It is.
Why not before then?
Well, okay, yeah, that's true. It depends where we're at by then, but you know, it will be a Brew Crew meetup for sure. So
it's gonna be good times. All right, chat. Let's get kicking in the news. What do you got for us? What do you want me to pull something up?
Well, I'm looking up one thing right here. If you can just buy me a couple seconds.
Uno, dos, tres. Guys, if we get to 440, if we could get to 450 subscribers, which it's pretty hard to do right now, I'll damn my whole Elysian Pumpkinchino right here for you guys.
Let's see here.
Dremmer, you in here? I mean, you got a beef, Dremmer.
Yeah.
Beef.
Okay, so guys, I covered the Caleb and Brown weekly roll-up this morning, and I think that so far it looks like some of the people that were in the morning show are here right now, so I don't want to belabor that, no pun intended, since a lot of it was about the labor market. However, if you did not catch it and you're interested in it, just type weekly roll up in the comments and I will make sure that I go give the spark notes for it. If not, I'm going to cover something that I did not get to on the morning show, even though it was the whole concept of my thumbnail. However,
yeah.
Let's
shout out to Real Meta. He's in here for the evening show.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let me throw this on the screen. BlackRock's chief investment officer calls for bold Fed rate cuts. The financial arena is experiencing a seismic shift, with BlackRock's chief investment officer urging the Federal Reserve to slash interest rates by an eye-popping 50 basis points. But what does this mean? But what does this mean for savvy investors, and how could the volatile cryptocurrency space react? In the midst of such fluctuations, grasping the full impact of Fed rate adjustments is paramount, particularly as concerns about liquidity and sustainable market stability loom even larger. The rationale behind 50 basis points? The clamor for hefty Fed rate cuts isn't merely speculative. It emerges from real anxieties about an impending economic slowdown. By advocating for a significant reduction, BlackRock suggests the prevailing monetary policy may be overly constricting, potentially choking off the lifeblood of economic expansion. Lower interest rates means cheaper loans, spurring both consumer spending and business investment, meaning the job market recovers. This strategy is all about reigniting the engines of economic activity and nurturing an environment primed for growth. Economic signals driving the demand. Underpinning this bold proposition are various critical economic signals. Metrics such as inflation rates, unemployment statistics, and consumer confidence play pivotal roles in molding monetary policy. The Fed often adjusts interest rates in reaction to these indicators, especially when the indications of economic lethargy surface. For example, an easing of inflation could lend weight to calls for reduced rates, crafting a more hospitable environment for investments that prioritize growth. Translation, good for crypto, number go up. The specter of declining inflation may embolden decision makers to act with urgency. As economic conditions evolve, the Fed's interpretation of these data points will significantly influence its direction, necessitating that the investors remain vigilant and proactive. Okay, so stocks in focus, bond market dynamics, cryptocurrency surge. This is what we want here, obviously, so I'll skip down to this. Fascinatingly, rate cuts can... This guy's a good writer. Whoever wrote this article is a good writer, because
You got a good one?
You rarely hear someone use the word fascinatingly as an adverb. However,
Grok with ChatGPT.
yeah. Well, Grok is good at adverbs. Fascinatingly, rate cuts can propel capital toward higher risk assets like cryptocurrencies. With traditional bond returns losing their luster, a wave of investors often pivots toward tantalizing prospects that digital assets present. The capital migration could not only inflate cryptocurrency prices, but also pump up the liquidity in the market, particularly in these times of fluctuating market policy. Guys, smash the like button if you want the liquidity to be pumped up.
Smash that like.
So why has the Fed Watch tool not reflected a 50 basis point cut yet? Right? It's still the overwhelming odds, over 90%, are still showing a 25 basis point cut. Well, I'm not saying it's going to jump to 50, okay? I'm really not. It very much could. But
Soon.
But guys, tomorrow we have the producer price index inflation data coming out, and on Thursday we have the consumer price index inflation data coming out. So over, between tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to be seeing numbers on how much goods and services are costing producers and how much goods and services are costing consumers. So, guys, if you're in our Discord, you would see Muffhead posting yesterday at 8:37 p.m. Big week ahead, Tuesday, non-farm payroll revisions. We covered that this morning on the stream, and what we found was that there were over 900,000 fewer jobs than what they told us on Friday, right? In other words, the job market situation is worse than we were told on Friday by about $900,000 or 900,000 jobs. And so, look, that means that pressure is still very much on the Fed to cut rates. However, we're walking a tightrope because we also don't want to see a full-scale, GDP collapse, right? And some intense stuff is going on in the world. We just, a couple nights ago, 2 morning shows ago, we covered the French government has completely collapsed and shut down as they're in a gridlock over their next prime minister. So
you should see Nepal right now. They just forced him to step down. They lit the White House on fire today, and their financial minister, they stripped naked and put him made him walk in the river.
Wow. See, exactly, guys. Like, some wild stuff is going on in the world, and the situation in France is particularly troubling because it's like the third largest GDP in the Eurozone. So, look, I'm not saying France is the biggest deal in the world. Like, the GDP of California alone dwarfs it. However, it's still a big deal. So, Muffhead says this is bigger than crypto. This is, am I going to get mugged on my way home from work type of stuff when you zoom out. And that is a concern. Like, we can kind of roll our eyes at that. Like, that's my initial reaction to a lot of the stuff Muffhead says in the Discord. But then you stop and think about it, and it's not a non-concern. So, guys, we want to do well in crypto because, I don't know, one of the ways that you prepare for the kind of situation where you're constantly worried about being mugged on your way home from work. I mean, point in case, T-Square and I were just talking about, the situation with the Ukrainian girl in North Carolina right before this. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say other than that. If you're a Christian, your refuge is in the Lord, and B, I mean, guys, one of the ways to combat this is make as much money as you can in crypto.
Don't work
while you can, So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a lot to comment on, and I would definitely invest in crypto, and I think you have to take advantage of this time because we don't know how many bear markets we have. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not going to last. And guys, we have 29 people in here. Somebody in here is not new or is new. You guys can't all be not new. One of you guys have to be new, and we help us get to 148. 140 is such a magical number. It has a ring to it. If you get us to 148, I will smash Trent in the banana zone next time I see him.
Join the brew crew.
No, I don't like how that sounded. I will. I'll hit you in the banana zone.
Subscribe to join the brew crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. Last thing before we throw it over to your article, also here in the Discord, which you can join, link in the description. Before the show, Muff had told us Poland activates air defense system and scrambles fighter jets after Russian drones enter airspace.
Again.
He says last time it was from Ukraine shooting ordnance, and some landed in Poland, not Russia. Poland is a belligerent in the war, and the Russians may have targeted something on purpose or had some guidance failures. No idea yet. I expect stern talk. Perhaps some minor action. Who knows though? So, I wouldn't expect a market reaction from this, but it furthers the point that we were making. Like, the world is a crazy place right now, and like, you want to take advantage of every of every moment of opportunity that you're given. And I mean that in every way. I mean that in the crypto markets. I mean that spiritually. I mean with your family, your job prospects. I don't know, whatever that looks like for each person's life. Like, it's time to take advantage of every moment of opportunity that we're given, because the world is a crazy place out there.
It is. All right, my turn.
Yeah.
What's up, JJ Cryptic Corner? What's up, dude? All right, I'm going to throw up my charts, and we're going to go over the news today. Here's what happened in crypto today. Also, shout out to Lucas, too, who joined in. He said, Ondo be cooking. I just made an Ondo video, Lucas. We're going to see how it turned out, and, yay, you might get some alpha here pretty soon. So I need to know what happened in crypto today. The U.S. Senate Democrats offered competing framework. Competing? Sorry. That's the serpent juice. It got me. U.S. Senate Democrats offered competing framework for crypto market structure. A group of Democratic U.S. senators have released its own version of guidelines to influence legislation to establish a crypto market structure, focusing on taking time toward a strong bipartisan outcome. In a Tuesday notice, 12 Democrat senators, several of whom on the Bank Committee, unveiled a framework for structured legislation in response to the Republicans' plans. Like the Republicans' latest draft released on September 5th, which is really funny that they're all trying to make plans. Like, Democrats are like, we can do it better than you. Okay, first off, guys, you had your 4 years of Biden and it didn't work out. The second thing is, I don't think you or the Republicans really know what the heck you're doing in crypto, so you guys should just be on the same page and try to make better plans. Latest draft released on September 5th, the Democrats' framework includes provisions of regulatory clarity and laying out the rules for which U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, and CFTC could handle digital assets. We owe to millions of Americans who participate in this market to create clear rules of the road that protect the consumers and safeguard our markets. The Senate wrote, we also must ensure that digital assets are not used for financial illicit activities or lying the pockets of politicians and their families. Okay, first off, we could see the blockchain. I feel like doing illicit activities is a lot more difficult now than it used to be. I mean, that's more like not security, but what's that? What's the tokens I'm talking about? Monero and Zcash, privacy coins. There we go. Rate cuts, number go up, dude. I'm thinking 50 bits, man. I said that yesterday. I still think that ADA should take the place of the Hungarian dollar. Maybe they should make a dollar stable coin for the Hungarian dollar. Why am I stable coin on Hedera? That's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. That would be wild, dude. Freaking H-bar to the moon, man. Everybody said during the bear market nobody liked H-bar. And I said, dude, their tech is going to be massive. I scooped up a bag. We owe it to millions of Americans who participate in this market to create clear rules of the road to protect the consumers and safeguard our markets. The senators wrote, we also must ensure that digital assets are not used. Oh, we did that part. My bad. With Democrats in the minority of the Senate, it's unclear whether Republicans will consider the framework and recommendations as part of their plans to pass the bill. Out of the Banking Committee by October. Out of the Agriculture Committee by November, and in law by 2026. Republican Senator Tim Scott chairs the Banking Committee, said in August that he expected between 12 to 18 Democrats to back the majority vision of the bill titled Responsible Financial Innovation Act. Achieving a strong bipartisan outcome will require time, cannot be rushed, wrote the 12 Democrats. We look forward to working on this with Republican colleagues. It'd probably be rushed. I mean, there's no reason why they don't want to rush things. Everything else is rushed. NASDAQ seeks Gemini's crypto service, via investment report. Sky joins bidding war to launch Hyperliquid's USDH stablecoin. Sky Mako's DAO. No, that's not super eye-catching to me. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Now, this one actually is relevant and it's kind of important trend. I didn't think they could do this. The SEC pushes back decisions on Bitwise Grayscale crypto ETFs to November. I thought it was October was last push. The SEC extended its review of the Bitwise Dogecoin and Grayscale Hedera ETF. Come on, man. Hedera, they haven't done anything wrong. Applications to November 12th as the Altcoin ETF decision pile up for the fall. I don't want to wait till November, man, till we get the Hedera ETF. U.S. Securities Exchange Commission (SEC) delayed the decision on Bitwise Dogecoin ETF and the Grayscale Hedera ETF, which is kind of interesting, guys. If Dogecoin goes up in November, maybe that's the top of the bull run. I don't know. Grayscale ETF and the Hedera ETF. Even both applications under review until November 12th. Can they? Is it up to November 12th, or can they make a decision on that before November 12th?
Well, I don't know. This is for Dogecoin and Hedera, right?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if that's the final decision or not. The only things I keep in the very front of my mind with this is like XRP, Solana, and Cardano all have a final decision in October. So there is no more delay in the decision on those. The SEC is going to either decide to approve them or not approve them. And so,
all right. Well,
yeah. Other altcoins, I don't know.
It further says on Tuesday, the SEC pushed back its deadline to the New York Stock Exchange ARCA's proposal to list Bitwise Dogecoin ETF. The application was first filed in March and published in Federal Register on March 17th, beginning of the statutory review period. The same day, the agency also extended its review for Grayscale's application to list the Hedera ETF, setting the same number deadline. Grayscale updated filings for its long-standing Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash Trust, seeking to convert from trust into ETFs. Moving the trust to a national exchange would allow daily share creations and redemptions, moving prices closer to net asset value and reducing the steep premiums and discounts seen over-the-counter OTC trading. The company set the precedent in 2024 when it converted the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into the first U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF after a court battle with the SEC. It is now looking to apply the same model for Bitcoin Cash. Well, guys, when Grayscale did that, it just dumped. So it was a terrible thing. They converted it so they could sell it all on our heads, and then it started pumping. For the longest time, Grayscale was the only one selling, and everybody else was buying. You remember that, Trent?
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over to the charts unless you have anything.
No, we can run into charts. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, T-Squirrel picks in the charts. All right. How? I don't know if you noticed, but Meta shouted you out and you didn't say anything back to him. It's okay.
Welcome, Real Meta. Welcome.
I'm checking out the 15-minute. Right now I gotta change this. You know what? Before I jump actually into the charts, maybe I'll jump into the bubbles. I'm just kind of get an overview of everything. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Maybe I'm teasing you guys. Hey, Undo up 12%. What? It's up. It broke over $1. That is nuts. MYX is no. It kind of is, but it's not really. It's just trading sideways for the day. And World Token, same thing. It's mainly just trading sideways. I guess it did peak a little bit, but then made a cup. Maybe this is a cup and handle. Maybe World Token will wake up tomorrow and be at $3 chuck. Forms not looking good. Ford Token, it's a meme coin. ETH is up 7% today. Wow, everything is kind of pumping on that little bit. Hey, we did call out PIP yesterday. It's one of the coins that we expected to pump good. You know what else we called out too, Trent? We also called out Graph. We said Graph looks like it's going to do good too. And we also, did we shout out Undo? I don't know if we did Undo or not, to be honest with you. We also did. I can't remember. We said short on Quant. That was back here, Trent. What time is it right now? It says it's 7. So we said to short it right around this area. I was like, you guys should short it. Boom. You would have shorted it. Yeah, you would have been slightly in the red, but then you would have went good into the profit taking, guys. That's a good short. Of everything on here, that was one of the coins we said short. Okay, so I feel like we pretty much nailed that one. Four would have been a lot better. All right, jump in the charts. Jump into the charts. Guys, I'm still looking for 448. If you find them, let me know. Looks like we kind of have a double bottom going on right now in Bitcoin. Stokes RSI, good strength going good. Momentum's coming up. VWAP strong to the upside. Now, I'm more concerned about the larger time frames. Is tomorrow will we find out what rate cut we're getting, Trent?
Tomorrow? No.
What day is it? Friday?
The 17th. Tomorrow is producer price index. Thursday is consumer price index. Inflation data.
Okay, so one thing that I want to point out before I forget, when we get that data, everybody is expecting for us to pump. Okay, I would not be surprised to see like a strong wick down, then a strong wick up that day upcoming to the rate cut, because they're going to try to get rid of all the liquidations on both sides before they make a move up. Do you think that's a possibility, Trent?
Yeah, well, you know, the producer price index and consumer price index tomorrow. Wait, what did you ask me exactly? I'm sorry.
I said I would not be surprised to see some sort of wick down and strong wick up, because they're going to try they're expecting the rate cut to make us move. So they want to take care of all the shorts and all the longs that same day before we get that.
Yeah, and some version of that I expect to happen during the inflation data as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You know, so tomorrow and Thursday, like, the thing is, the Fed Watch tool can change over tomorrow and Thursday. It can go from predicting a 90% odds of a 25 bip cut, and it can shift after all the inflation data comes out. It can shift toward 90% odds of a 50 bip cut, you know, based on what happens with this data. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Hey guys, get +1 in the chat if you think we're going to get a 0.5 or 0.25. I guess +2 if you think we're going to get a 0.25, and +1 if you're going to get a 0.50. So we come on over. We literally had this candle close while we were talking, and we got a green dot, which I was going to say, I think we're going to pump up probably at least to the 21 and meet it right there. We are making a leg and death cross, which is not super great, and we have a lower high. So it's not super great, but I think we hit that 21 and just say we're consolidating. Excuse me. What do we got? I gotta clear some of the stuff off because it was following me all day. What do we got going on? 0.7. So the bulls actually gained some momentum. I can't say that we're gonna be flipping yet because we're still curving down, but we are starting to show signs where we're reversing. And what I mean is, I'm looking at the strength right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Are you able to see the purple line, the strength line?
Sorry, I'm looking at this question in the chat. It's 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, LaGruca. And that's tomorrow and Thursday.
So anyways, what I was saying, I kind of get like a little bit of a trend reversal. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm looking at on Market Cipher, but we're getting a strong cup-looking pattern on the strength, which is a sign of like, reversing. And the Stokes RSI also showed that. Now the momentum wave has been coming down, but it could reverse or continue. That's why it's a little bit confusing. The money flow has been leaving it, and it doesn't look like it's flipped yet. But the VWAP is curving up, so maybe we could get a fake move pump up. We're trying to decide about what we want to do with the 21 right now on the 4 hour. We're jumping the 12 hour. The 12 hour is showing red, but we have the rounded bottom, and we're bouncing off the 21, so it may or may not play out. Strength's coming down. Stokes RSI are low, but they're slightly curving down, and the VWAP is opening up to the downside. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Now let's jump into the dominance. It's been a minute since we looked at the dominance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I shouldn't even jump into the dominance. It's just meh. It has very much been coming down. Fake up, break down, fake up, break down, fake up, break down, fake up, break down, fake up, break down. I feel like at some sort of point it should reverse as the 1 hour legs to the downside, but it looks like to me it's going to be continuing to the downside, minus the fake up, fake down, fake up, fake down. The dominance did drop pretty hard. We did make a death cross on the 4 hour a day or two ago, and the 21 still has open doors to the downside. Stokes RSI are low, and the strength kind of plateauy. The VWAP has a slight curvature up, so probably, like I said, fake up, fake down, fake up, fake up, break down, fake up, break down. We kind of got that whole thing going on. Jumping to 15 minutes on Ethereum. Guys, put a +1 in the chat if you want me to cover XRP. If anybody's out there, an XRP fan has to do a +1.
Yeah, guys, we've pulled in over 220 views already on the stream. Look, it's a hard grind on YouTube. It would mean the world to us if you support and by subscribing to the channel. It would touch T-Square right in his banana zone, and you would be joining the Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube. We might not be the biggest, the best, or the brightest crypto community on YouTube, but we're definitely the most hydrated.
Well, I'm looking over at ETH. Thank you guys for the support. I'm looking over at ETH, and I don't know if we're gonna break below the 21, but I think we're gonna come down to it on Ethereum with the bearish divergence, strength curving down, Stokes RSI curving down, VWAP coming down.
Shout out to number 448.
Yes, I'm so happy. Thank you, man. I'm like 250 people. I'm like, that's half our subs. I'm like, there's no way all these people we've met before. I don't know who you are, man, but you made me a very happy man tonight. I didn't think another man could do that. So thank you. The 1 hour on ETH, like I said, I think we'll probably on the 15 minute. I think we'll come down, bounce off the 21 because the 1 hour is looking bullish. Anchor trigger wave going up. We got VWAP looking good, strength looking good. I gotta move my bearish divergence. Stokes RSI are high, but they're curving up a continuation. If we could break through the 21, it will look amazing. Now the 4 hour, we have a doji candle right now, sign of a trend reversal. The bears were literally in control. The bulls were a -5, -4. Now we're a +6, which is showing that we gained a lot of ground right here. Okay, that's a really strong sign. Also, we kind of got that rounded bottom, and the curvature on the blue momentum wave actually looks like it's starting to flip, and the strength's curving up. Stokes RSI are curving up, and the VWAP is coming up. So bullish.
Shout out 449.
What? You guys are awesome, man. That's so funny, man. It was 3rd time's the charm. We had to beg for it, and then all of a sudden, you guys started pleasing us. So, hey, I appreciate.
Hey guys, at number 450 might just get a free beer. Free as in liberated, of course.
Yeah, liberated. I love it, Trent. Thank you. No, seriously, guys, thank you for the support. It does mean a lot. And Trent is right. YouTube is a hard grind, and it's one of those things that it's a hard grind, and it's not rewarding right away. It literally takes days, weeks, and months to actually build a following, and it doesn't even start with YouTube. YouTube doesn't always take care of you. It's usually developing the community and developing your merch and putting time in, how to learn how to edit, how to ask our wives for favors so we can stream and watch the kids. Like it's a love sacrifice to be out here, guys, and we love it. And it makes me happy, man, to be able to see us get that support, man. Makes my wife happy too.
Yes, sir.
Where did my mouse go? So we came in with a 12 hour. The 12 hour on Ethereum, we have a red dot to the downside. But it really makes me hesitant to not believe this is actually going to happen. One, we have almost 9 hours to get this closed. And the 4 hour looks extremely good. And the VWAP curving down is really not a sharp down. Strength's really not doing anything. Look at the Stokes and RSI. You could literally walk the plank on that. It's so flat. It's like, is it really though? Is it really going to go down? I don't know, man. I don't know. The 21's actually above us. And I don't really see anything below us besides the 100 day. I think that's the 100 or 80 day. It's pretty low. Daily, we have a red dot, but it's really been trading sideways. I mean, can you really back that? Probably not. I think the likelihood of us coming back up to the 21 is far more likely. It's like a magnetic, right, Trent? And the daily on Bitcoin, I didn't go over the daily, but I am kind of nervous about this one. So I would like to see some goodness come out of it, because it does look like it wants to make a trigger wave. I mean, the momentum, like, it's literally peaked right there. It's literally half a hump. You can't even see it on your end, but I can see it on my end. And it's a pretty tiny little nip right there we kind of got sticking up. So we just kind of got to be a little careful right there, a little hesitant. We need to break above the 21 and hold it. I told you guys I'll go into XRP. We'll skip Cardano for now because that is Trent's baby, and we don't need to nurse it for him. He's got that all for himself. It's the man boobs, Trent. You can nurse better.
You know what they say.
No, I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, neither do I. That was just a filler word.
Okay. 15-minute on XRP. This slight curvature to the downside. We're probably not even going any lower. We might just bounce off the 21. We come up to the 1 hour. We got green dot momentum to the upside. The VWAP's not super strong yet. I would like to see a little bit more hour to see where we end up, because the previous hour we had a higher wick and we kind of started a little lower, but it does show us that we're gaining strength. I'm in the ballpark of sorry, I just saw something. Trent, does this look kind of gross to you?
What time frame is that on?
1 hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that, but on the 1 hour, where does that bring you? Maybe down to that next moving average?
280. Oh yeah, right here. 290. I mean. Well, the good news is, guys, we will be fighting some opposite trends, because that's just a trend pattern. And
Right.
market cycle says we have a green dot to the upside, okay? And VWAP's looking good. Stokes and RSI are actually curving up. Let's check out the 4 hour. The 4 hour is the head and shoulders probably going to play out. The 4 hour actually shows momentum to the downside. You know, Chen might be right. We might come back down to the 21 before we make that move. And I come back down. We probably won't come back to the 290s where we're at 295. We might come back to like 292, meet the 21. That's a possibility. That's a real possibility. And you know what I'm looking at too on the 4 hour? We did just break below the 200. So now I think we're going to I'm not going to lie. The 12 hour also looks a little tickers. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But the good news is if we do break down to, let's see where we're at. We're at the pin out. We make a nice, beautiful cup. And then we come back down to 290. Well, guys, what do you see? I know what I see. Boom, upside, momentum, okay? We measure from the, you know what Lifer says, measure the whole cup. The top of the bottom of the cup to the handle, whatever, you know, we're looking at a possible 315 move, you know, that's not bad. We're back above the 300s, so we're going to keep an eye on it. That's what we're going to do. We are going to be on fire. And we get everything back, guys. That head and shoulders pattern was inside of that larger pattern. So, you know, don't be frisky with the risky, okay? So, and it's looking okay. Now, Trent, you want to take on over and show us your beautiful baby?
Yes, sir. And yes, sir. And shout out to 450.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys. You guys are showing up for the 450? Hey, Mr. 450, you know who you are. You're somebody special. Blessings to you and your entire household. And we're going to bless 448 and 449 to help get you there. And you are king, man. Don't let anybody else tell you. And if you're a woman, you don't let no man tell you what to do because you're a 450. So you take that and you work that booty.
I took pre-calculus and AP statistics in high school, so I do know that 450 is only 50 away from 500. So.
Also, 450 is generally where I turn my oven to whenever I turn it on, so it's also a good number.
Hey, you know what? I don't be turning up to 450 though when I turn it on.
What?
My Traeger wood-fired pellet grill. That's a good way to start a. That's a good way to start a smoker fire.
You wanna hear something funny?
I
haven't used a microwave in 3 years. When I rent right now, guys, I moved into this place. They had a microwave. I unplugged and stuck it in the closet in the bedroom because I don't believe in brainwave microwaving my food.
Yo, T-Square always be on some kind of stuff like that, but that's a good thing. So, guys, over here on Bitcoin.
I feel judged by you right now, Trent. No, you're not supposed to go to Bitcoin. You're supposed to go to Cardano.
No, I'm going to get there.
No, you can't TA my TA. You make me look bad. I have a paid indicator.
So, you know, look, I'm just going to say the two things that I've been saying, you know, for a while, because I'm going to continue to repeat them. Because repetition is the way to mastery, right? Practice makes perfect. Look, this green zone up here, this green box represents the previous support resistance flip, much like this green box down here represented the previous support resistance flip, right? There was this whole area where this green box acted as resistance between 69,000 and 74,000. We finally broke that that resistance in this flagpole right here. And when we did, we came up to the next level of resistance, which ranges between $104,400 and $109,400. And in very much the same way that Bitcoin had to come down and retest the $74,000 level because it represents the previous support resistance flip, well, Bitcoin came down here back into this range between 104.4 and 109.4. to retest this zone, to flip previous resistance into new support, which so far we seem to be doing. The 21-week moving average is now moving up past this range for the first time. And though we did dip into this zone on one weekly candle, we closed the next weekly candle green above it, and this week's candle is green so far. Stochastics are low on the weekly, showing that we do have the momentum we need to continue some green candle closes above this level. So, Ethereum.
What about Ethereum?
Well, on the weekly, I also drew a very important green line here. Why is this a very important green line? Well, I'm glad you asked.
You gave me a chance to ask. I would have asked.
I'm glad you asked anyways. So this this green line here at $4,108. You know, you can see here in the circles that I drew that in these weekly candles, there are not, you know, anyone can visually see this. You don't have to be good at TA. Like, anyone can visually see that there are not very many candles above that green line on the chart. And back in 2021, when we spent some time above this level, the 21-week moving average was aggressively moving up, separating from the 50-week moving average, the yellow line, which shows that it's unsustainable, and it was rounding a top right here, the moving average was. What about this time, as we're over 4108? Well, this time, the 21-week moving average has rounded a bottom. And the 21-week moving average is just now starting the beginning of an aggressive move up, and it has just now separated from the 50-week moving average. So it still has, it still theoretically has the rest of this run ahead of it, like it had back here. In Ethereum's total existence, we have about 13 weekly candles that show price action above this green line. So the more that we continue closing candles, I don't care if it's boring, I don't care if it's sideways, the more that we continue closing weekly candles above this level, the more momentum we're building to put this level behind us, and you know, and have it truly become the new floor. So there we go, good stuff. Now for Cardano. With Cardano, let's see here.
Man, that was a strong wick on Ondo.
Yeah, you know, I had a long that I closed a little early on that, but I did pretty nice on it.
You know, it's crazy how trend lines work. Like, I swear you could draw them almost anywhere, and sooner or later it's going to hit the trend line.
Yeah. So, you know, here's the weekly chart for Cardano. We have this symmetrical triangle inside of a symmetrical triangle here. When we go down to the 4-hour, we have held the 200 moving average as very strong support. The 21 is looking to cross above it. The 50 would soon follow afterward, which are all great signs. And if you notice this smaller triangle within a triangle, well, then what you'll notice is that on the 4-hour chart, ADA has just now closed a whole section of candles above this downtrending line of resistance. A downtrending line of resistance that was respected, well, it was created here and it was respected here, here, and here. This tried to make a run at it, but ran out of steam. But now we've closed a whole section of green candles above this long downtrending line of resistance. What that shows me, coupled with the fact that we're above the 200 and the 21 is looking to cross over, what that shows me is that we could now be getting ready to make a run at the upper trend line of this larger triangle. And we could do, I'll erase this drawing and draw it again so I can show you in real time. We could be ready to sort of make a run at it, bound, or, you know, have a rejection and then get back above and then finally break above. So, you know, and look, I just drew that haphazardly, but that drawing takes us to September 14th. So, you know, if we say that I was a little too thin on the drawing, then you could say September 17th, the day of the rate cut. I know I'm getting real speculative here. All I did was just squiggle some lines, but you know.
You like squiggling the lines, don't you, Trent?
Yeah, exactly. You know, sometimes you just gotta squiggle. So let's see here. We'll go to the weekly. Reset the chart. You know, we've got a measured move out of this to pushing up toward $2.
$2. Guys, if you want $2, just ask him for them.
Yeah, I could draw that a little better. About pushing up to about $2 exactly. And when you go to the monthly chart, you know, and I sort of wonder,
did you know Daniel listened to Daniel Ghazi joined us the other day? Dan, if you're still here listening right now, if I don't know if you are here today, we gave him some call outs and he would be crazily crushing them right now if he listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, like crazy. Oh yeah. Trent, one of my main calls yesterday is crushing it.
Nice. So, you know, on, let's see, here on Cardano, and I'm going to use a log chart on this because I think it's most appropriate I think it's most appropriate when you're zooming out to this extent. Like, this is almost Cardano's whole life cycle. I mean, not really. I mean, this only goes back to 21 because it's on the
451, Trent.
451. Let's go.
451.
This is the Bybit chart, but nonetheless, I'm gonna take.
Hey, if we could get to 452,
I'm gonna draw you a little cup and handy.
If we could get to 452, I'll give you guys an alpha coin that I shouldn't give you, but I'm going to give you. If we get to 452, that Crypto Face himself found, and he says it is looking awesome.
And I believe T Square is only saying that he shouldn't give it to you because it's risky. He's not trying to gate you. Right.
Well, no, because I don't want to get kicked out of his Discord. Because you're not supposed to share. So it's not that I was trying to gate you. I'm just trying to protect myself.
Got you. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So, you know, if we take this measured move from this cup and handle, I should have narrowed the cup right there because the handle is actually The handle actually comes in like right here. But anyways. Okay.
Just making the cup with the handle next to the side, and we're gonna go up and then we go wild side.
Okay, that's measuring to $6.45 on the monthly chart. So,
Big cup and handle.
yeah. Now look, do I advise anyone to wait until then to take profits? Not really. I'm not gonna be, but you know, I'm just saying it's theoretically possible. So reverse engineer that. You know, like what goals would you meet if ADA goes back to all-time high, or goes to $4, or goes to $5? And regardless, you should be taking some profits when they would significantly improve the quality of your life. And you should be leaving some in the market if it's a very high conviction asset. So there you go. I'll kick it back over to you.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, I'm just kind of going over my calls for the show. You know, my Tyler picks. Unless you guys have, it's kind of weird. You guys have been quiet the last couple of days. Usually, you guys have like a bunch of calls that you want me to go over. Well, I'm going to go over what I think is sharp, and we get our bonus 452. I will give you some alpha. All right, where am I at? I'm on the chart. There you go. Boom. Okay, cool. My first call, Trent. What's up, GIG? How you doing, sir? Long time no see, man. I was shouting out Hex yesterday. I was like, dude, I'm feeling good on the Hex train. And then I was like, Trent, you should chart this. And he pulled it up, and he's like, I can't find it. And they needed Ethereum Hex. I was like, no, Trent, that's the wrong Hex. You don't want that Hex. We want the other Hex, the Pulse Hex. Ondo, how? Absolutely. We're going to take a peek on Ondo. And we got Pulse Bitcoin. So, okay, real quick, Ondo has this ginormous wick that had been some sort of news. I can't. That's a bullish engulfing bullish candle, and it literally went up to the trend line. I don't know how it did that, but man, it's got some type of excitement. You know what's really interesting about this candle, Trent, is if you actually look at what happened right here, it literally made a perfect cup and handle.
Yeah.
And it literally played out all in like one body.
Yeah.
And a little bit more. And a little bit more. Frick, man, that sucker ripped to the upside. And it has a green dot right now in the 4-hour. And the 12-hour says it should keep going, which, you know, maybe it's breaking out of this trend pattern. I feel a little less likely to believe it because there's so much more to go. Yeah. But that was a big candle move. I'm not going to lie. But
well, look, there is something really important I need to cover about that. Like, guys, I was in that trade on Ondo. And the reason I was in that trade is I think it's up here. The reason
you're in the trade because you wanted to make money?
Yeah. The reason I was in that, and now I already took profits, but that's okay. The reason I was in that trade was because of our VIP Discord signals. Guys, if you create an account with BYDFi, our exchange partner of choice, and you deposit at least $100 into your futures account, then what you're able to do is to come over here to our Discord and enter your BYDFi user ID right here, and it will give you access to the VIP trading signals in the Discord. And these trading signals are, the bot aggregates them from all of the top ROI traders that use the exchange. And because of that, these signals are, come from the trading behavior of different traders trading different coins. So no matter what kind of coin you like to trade, there's almost always something in there for everyone. I'm not even showing this on the screen, dang it. So look, there's almost always something there for everyone. And so, you know, what I found here the other day was this signal on Ondo. And it gave it here. It said trading pair Ondo USDT, use 5x leverage, position long, entry between 93 cents to 88 cents, stop loss at 0.8417. So guys, if you're an undisciplined trader that's bad at setting a stop loss, well, if you follow these, like, you know, you exercise that muscle. You develop that discipline of setting a stop loss, setting a take profit. And then it gives
Jerry
you
the turtle. We'll get to Jerry.
And it gives you 6 take profit levels. And it even told you use 5x leverage. Not all of them tell you how much leverage to use, but sometimes they do. And the logic for this trade was the break of a downtrending line of resistance with this moving average coming up. So there's that. And guys, you know, if you when you sign up for BidFi with our link.
Oh, I was going to do that. Over that trend.
Oh yeah, go for it. And you can even do it later, whatever you want. While you were on Ondo, I wanted to show that Ondo trade from the VIP signal. So.
Okay, I'm going to cover it. Jerry to billions, MJ12's call, and then I'm going to go into my favorite segment. And then we're gonna backpedal a little bit. Then we're gonna hit up PWBTC GIG. Hey GIG, if you haven't been to Discord, we've made some changes. It's getting better. We're working on it slowly and surely.
Yes, sir.
Trent started taking selfies every day, and he even has this video of him messaging Drammer for photos, and Drammer called him out, and he got put in the hall of scammers. We got Jerry the turtle. See, I knew what this was, MJ. It wasn't you, but somebody else asked me to look at this before. I had it saved in my charts. It does look really good. Did we get to 452?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, sweet. So we come over the 1 hour. It's clearly we're coming back down to the 21. It's like a magnet. We pull it over there at 16, 17, 20. It says we're going to go below it. I'd like to see. We might trade sideways. I don't know if we're going to break below it, to be honest with you. We might bounce off it a couple different times. It could be creating a larger cup and handle pattern on the 4 hour. We need to get the strong wick up or the snap wick down, which almost makes you feel like we're going to get a red dot, maybe short term down cycle. But I say short term because it was literally about to make a golden cross on the 4 hour. The VWAP is coming down. Stokes RSI are good. Strength is it's high, which is a good thing. We want it high. It's not gaining more, but it's high already. The 12 hour looks like we have continuation to the upside for Jerry the Turtle. Momentum looks good. Strength looks good. Stokes RSI looks good. The money flow it's been really low, so it's not too afraid of like a quick dump. The VWAP's looking good. We are at this little range level of support. If we could break above it, which we bounced off this range right here, I would say we have to get back into the 0002 range to the next area would be 000021. And then once we get up there, is this all-time high? It's not all-time high. Clearly, we're in this little cluster of frickness, but I think pretty much all-time high will be back on the menu. To be honest with you, and now it's stretched out to the 12 hour too. The VWAP is looking great. Very strong.
Back on the menu, he said. I prefer to say back on the tap list.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to see if we see anything out here right now. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. We're going to head over to my favorite segment, and then we're going to jump into GIG's PWBTC. If you guys haven't been here before, my favorite segment is our partnership that we got with BidFi over with Alex, the lead partnerships at BidFi. He found us through a bunch of acquaintances. He said, dude, I like you guys. You have a great channel. You guys are doing work. I love the energy. I love the vibe. Trent, you got talent. Tyler, T-Square, you got the energy. That guy's got me in the group. Over there on Bid52, no KYC, no VPN. If you use our link, you save 20% on your trading fee. So that's 3 reasons why you should use BidFi. The other 4 reasons I'm going to give you is if you deposit $100, you get $60 bonus, which is 60% for those new people who need the extra little bit of money to be able to trade. If you're more advanced and you have a little bit bigger account, you can deposit $500 and get a $100 bonus, which is 20%. If you're skilled trader, you can deposit $1,000, get a $200 bonus. And if you're advanced and you got a solid portfolio, you can deposit $5,000 and get a $1,000 bonus. And if you have the $5,000 in Cardano and you're like, dude, I don't have any money to trade right now, I have Cardano, you can throw your Cardano over there. You get your trading bonus that day or the next day, or it comes really quick. Send you $5,000 back in Cardano, and then you get your trading bonus. And you might, you correct me if I'm wrong, Trent, do they have to send it over in these stables, or can they send it $5,000 worth of Cardano? So you don't even have to do the transition, right?
Greater than $5,000 worth of assets. So it can literally be a little USDT, a little Bitcoin, a little XRP. If the assets total over $5,000, and here's the thing, there is no minimum trading volume to get this bonus. A lot of exchanges, they say up to a certain amount in new user rewards, but you have to do like $10 million in trading volume to get the rewards. It prices new traders out, but this is just based on deposit. And if you have no business leverage trading your own capital, then look, deposit it.
Deposit your $5,000 in Cardano. You don't have to sell it. Get your bonus, and then if you don't want to keep it on Bitcoin, send it back, and you got your trading bonus. But
get your bonus. Yeah,
this event does come and go. We always have an event for you, but this one is only here till September 12th. So 3 days. You guys got 3 days to decide if you want to take advantage of this one. The next one, we'll find out where we get. Alex always is giving us new stuff. He's like, you guys are new. You like new stuff. I'll test it out on you guys. So he always has fun with it. But anyways, guys, my biggest thing to take away is, 1, we do get commission off your fees. Okay, so we're obligated to have you guys use our link. 2, don't get liquidated. Okay, trade wisely. Don't trade with what.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any money from you guys where you guys got liquidated. Okay, I want to be able to help you guys. I'm motivated to help you. Now, get in the Discord, show us your setups, and we can talk about other forecasts that we have. We can't give you financial advice, but we can say, hey, this is what we see. What do you think about this? These are the odds that I see. If you like a high risk, high roller, take that shot. If you don't, okay, well, don't take that shot. Wait till you get a little bit more, what's it called? Dot your T's or dot your I's, cross your T's, a little bit more something that's fitted to your risk versus reward. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know, take advantage of the Discord. It's there for you. It won't be free forever, and you guys are gonna get VIP access just using that link. Anyways, I'm gonna jump back on the charts because that was a long rant. And all right, there we go. Sweet. Did it go?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to check out GIG's gaming TV. He said PWBTC. I'm trying to remember how we found it last time. Was it Dex Screener? Dex Tools?
Probably. You can always, if it's on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, you can always find it that way, and then go to the candlestick chart.
I couldn't find it on anything, to be honest with you, Trent. I can't remember where it's at.
Well, that shows you exactly how high risk and speculative it is.
It didn't. I know, right? I swapped over screens to see if I could find it here. It's wrapped. I wonder if I just typed in wrapped BTC. No, it's hex wrapped. It's hex wrapped BTC. I'm trying to. Why is Hex Network such a complicated one to do, Trent?
I don't know.
I found this before. PDI, PIP. This is not it.
GIG, if you have any pointers on where to find this coin.
Yeah, I found it before. You actually helped me find it, but I can't remember where it's at. I know that it's a high dollar coin because of how it works. Okay, anyways, GIG, let me know how to get a hold of it, and I'll take a look at it. Anyways, what was I saying? So, one of my coins the 3 coins that I found that I really like is pretty rad chart. I think my first one. Oh, it's up top. Chain link. Nope, engine. Here it is, Pith. Now, we said short Pith before, but now, and we would have made gains, we pointed that out on it. But now, what I like on it is this giant green candle. Looks like a breakout, and we have a green dot trigger wave. Money flow has been shrinking. VWAP looks great. Strength is super great. Stokes RSI are low, which is something that we love to see. And not only that, this candle just broke above the 21. Very nice, very gorgeous. That's something that's in my risk area. Second thing is the 12 hours breaking above the 21. We have an anchor trigger wave. Blue momentum is going good. Stokes RSI good. Strength shooting up. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is looking pretty nice. This is the type of risk versus reward I'm looking at. And, you know, it can go up to 19 cents. That's 20% gains versus, you know, what's your risk? You're risking 1/10 of that. So, or I don't know the mathematics. 4% versus a possible 20% gains on no leverage. So that is looking pretty nice. Daily has a green dot too. Everything has green dots. Now a lot of them haven't been confirmed, but that's pretty good. I mean, we're -4, -5, 2, 15, which is showing you that we were gaining momentum. Now, can we hold that momentum? I hope so. Like Trent said before, this giant leg that we see right here, Pith was beated down, guys. Beated down. Now, for us to get another leg to the upside, that is no small feat to hit up 30 cents. You know, if we can snap up through this little range right here, which isn't that hard, believe it or not, and that's 8 cents gains, we could almost be looking at a double price target in near term. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. The second one I want to come over to is Destra. Now, why I say Destra? Well, I'm willing to bet Alex Becker is going to talk about this coin tomorrow, and he's going to shill it on a YouTube video, and it's going to pump. And, you know, it does look kind of nice to me because we kind of had a little cup in handy, but I like how this VWAP didn't break down below the 0 line. The momentum is still continuing up. Stokes RSI strength curving up on the 1 hour. We come to the 4 hour. 4 hour, we go from a -5 to a -1 to a 13, which is showing you that there's strength. I like this big green candle. We got the green dots. Stokes on RSI are curving up. They're good too, and we got the strength coming in on us. The VWAP just clipped. It's only a 3. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now we come over the 12 hour. The 12 hour, we got the green dot on the freaking 0 line. I don't know if you could get any lower than that. That's good. Stokes RSI strength really low. VWAP just starting to come up. Now, if this is the reversal, that's a good sign. I think the first little area we'll probably hit a little hiccup is just above 11 cents, which is we're at 11 cents right now, so it's not that big a move. But I think we'll probably break up and target a move to 12.5, 13 cents. Which, hey, you know, that's good gain, a little 11 to 10%. Maybe it breaks up and we break way more bullish. You know, usually a lot of times you see them slow break down, so quick breakups. You know, when it's slow break down, quick break up. So hey, maybe we end up having quick breakups and we end up near the 15 cent level. That's a possibility. I really like how this is set up. Now we're gonna come over to BNB. BNB is another coin, and this one's a little bit more risky. Oops, that's not BNB, that's Bitcoin. Silly Tyler T-Square. Now, this one's a little bit more risky because it's like at an all-time high, and the money flow has been coming down. But I like the VWAP. I like the blue momentum wave. I like the strength. I like the Stokes RSI breaking up. And I think this thing's kind of like in a flag pattern. It's been consolidating, bing, 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 bing. You know, and there's just the bing that breaks out. And if it breaks out, we could have a whole fat freaking leg to ourselves to enjoy. I gotta sneeze. All right. Blame Trent. Oh man, I can't even stretch this candle up. It's probably because I need to change the time frame. Okay, I'm gonna check the 4 hour. Wow, look at that candle, Trent. Holy smokes. Where are you at, Lion? Oh, here you go. I'm gonna drag you up. Switch this. Grab the butt. Put it here. Now, if this does break out, we could be looking at a price target of $915 for BNB, which is a $60 gain. Now, is that out of the ballpark? Yeah, I don't think so. We've been consolidating for a while, We have a green dot on the 4 hour, which is one of the reasons why I pointed it out. Which we had one back here, and that wasn't the one. But maybe we're a little lower now on the blue momentum. Maybe this is the one. Stokes RSI are pumping, and they're coming up. And I actually kind of like this pattern because it's been trading sideways, but it hasn't really been breaking down. And in fact, it almost looks like it's kind of slightly tilted up. The 6 hour, we haven't got the green dot, but look at the pattern, it's slightly tilting up. So I kind of like this. And we got the golden cross on the 6 hour. The 12 hour is where we get kind of risky with the frisky because we don't got the red dot, but we don't got a green dot. But the VWAP is literally at 0.18, so it hasn't crossed yet. And I'm like, I wonder if it's going to bend around because we've been there for almost a day and a half. And this candle, it looks like it's the first candle that we have a little bit of body coming in. And I like how there's not much resistance right here. If there was like this shape and we went down a little lower, I'd be like, okay, there's a lot more resistance. Probably not going to play out. Not a whole lot of resistance right here. And the DVSI, we went from a 4 to a -2 to a 6, which I'm feeling like it's getting strong. And the bears went from a 7 and 14 to a 5, which is showing me that they're losing. I really like how this looks. The daily still shows continuation. Look at that money flow. It's so thick, too. And the VWAP has been pumping up. I just want to say, keep your eye on the prize. Trade with proper risk versus reward, and it will pay you well.
Yes, sir.
And what do we got going for us, Trent? Come on, Hedera. You're looking beautiful over there. Money flow's coming in. Blue momentum is coming up. Strength coming up. Stokes RSI good. VWAP's looking good. We had the trigger wave for a nice little pump. We are at 12, 17, 18. We still are gaining some ground. Let's just go. Don't slow down. We had a little bit of cool off. Maybe we're going to flip around, make a breakout. The VWAP is actually curving up, and we were deep in the red, which probably means the money flow will actually increase. I feel like we called it out, this inverted head and shoulders trend, like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if we did not. But inverse head and shoulder, we just made the golden cross. You could possibly even say that this is a cup and handle, and we could be heading. How big is this handle, Trent? And we'll say it's right there. Close enough. We could be eyeballing the 25-cent range. Okay, so hey, why not? Go for it, guys. Take your shot. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to take your shot. Are you gonna get 100% accuracy? It's like playing blackjack, man. We card count. You might hit blackjack, but so can the dealer. You don't even know till you get your hands in there. Sometimes you might have the dealer hit blackjack, and you're like, you mother effer, you didn't even give me a shot.
T-Square's like Alexander Hamilton in the musical. He's not throwing away his shot.
Not throwing away the shot. Hal, you were shouted out earlier, and you totally missed it. What do you think about Chase and Coinbase teaming up? Good for crypto? Who's Chase? I don't know a Chase.
Chase Bank. No, yeah, that's good for crypto. I can't believe we haven't read one of those articles yet. But
you know what I think, Trent? Is I talked to a financial advisor at Chase, and he said he didn't believe in crypto 2 years ago. So, hey, man, you up on the hill can suck it now. I'll talk to you someday. I'm sure I will. I know you're on my Thursday route. I don't want to say where, but I know where you live. The world's still around. I mean, is it though? I don't know.
Yeah. So Chase making it very what exactly they're doing. I'm not sure, but the partnership itself is obviously positive. Yeah, I mean, it's people that are new to crypto today don't get the sort of the paradox that we're in when it comes to this. Like, you know, at the very beginning, like the ethos of crypto was supposed to be about getting rid of the banks, and now like the banks are all in it, you know, and the institutions are all in it, and the man is inside of it, playing around, splashing in our kiddie pool, you know. And the thing is, it's just a double-edged sword, because like they're bringing liquidity in, they're bringing money in, they're pumping your bags, right? Like, it means that you're going to make money, but didn't we not want them in here in the first place? And
Yeah, we did.
and I don't know, like that's why I think like Cardano is one of the best answers to this dilemma, because you benefit from the institutional pump while maintaining every bit as much autonomy as you choose. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, whatever the details of the partnership are, it is very bullish. Yeah.
Trent, you want to cover Cardano Spotlight?
Yeah, and then I say we wrap it up, because
And I'll show you Crypto Face's secret pick, because we never got to 452, so only Trent gets the alpha.
Yeah, the decline
in my friend.
The decline in viewership shows me that like we're not the only ones that are tired tonight. It's been a great night though. Numbers are great. But I will show a quick little tidbit for Cardano Spotlight. Over here on Tap Tools. Just in, Grayscale plans to stake. Or am I up on the screen? Oh.
No. I get it, D, not you. Yeah, you were working earlier. I saw you in the morning stream. You were like, guys, I'm working. I'm and doing the grind. And I was like,
I know.
Appreciate the love, dude. Every time you pop in, it makes Trent's Banana Zone get excited.
Heck yeah. Tap Tools, just in, Grayscale plans to stake all, and I'm going to do a dedicated video about this at some point. But Grayscale plans to stake all ADA held in its Cardano ETF. I don't like, and look, there's the other, DCA and Prey made fun of this when he hopped in at the beginning, but I don't like that the ticker is literally gonna be data. Grayscale ADA, but you know, what can you do? I'm just gonna have to call it GATA. Like, imagine telling someone like,
oh dude, we didn't even get into the liquidity map. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah. Imagine telling someone like, yeah, I just put a bunch of money in data. Anyways, Grayscale plans to stake all of its ADA held in its Cardano ETF. Ticker is GADA. Staking rewards would flow back into the fund, boosting share value after fees, pending regulatory approval. Guys, this is Cardano's liquid staking model on chain is about to prove itself to the world through the most unlikely of sources. It's about to prove itself to the world, and it's going to use Grayscale and TradFi and ETFs to do it. What do I mean by that? Guys, the Grayscale Cardano ETF is going to have something that no other crypto ETF has.
Oops.
Why? Why? The dynamics of this is that all of the spot ADA that Grayscale has to buy for this ETF, they're going to stake all of it on chain. Why are they going to stake it? Why won't they stake their soul? Why won't they stake their ETH? Because they have to trust their tokens to a third party in order to stake, in order to earn yield. But something that Grayscale realizes about Cardano is that their ADA stays in their wallet. Their ADA stays under the custody of their own keys as they stake. So what are they going to do? They're going to stake it. What are they going to do with their staking rewards, with the 3% APY that they're going to make on it every year? It's going to go back into the fund. And what's that going to do? It's going to boost the staking yield that comes back into the fund, is going to boost the ETF. Guys, this will be the only ETF in existence like this that has an on-chain self-perpetuating data.
Great, DCA, you came in. So happy to see you.
Well, yeah, it's DCA. It's such bullish news that it pumped the market 0.29% yesterday. But look, no ETF news is going to be bullish until the ETF is actually approved by the SEC. So, guys, this is going to be the only ETF in existence with an on-chain mechanism that actually boosts the stock price, where the staking funds flow back into the fund, into the exchange traded fund, thus boosting the share value after the fees. So guys, that this is an ETF where the share price is like self-inflating. I don't mean the supply, I mean the price of the shares is self-inflating. Guys, this is ridiculous in the best way possible. So, man, there's that. Also, fact, Cardano's most loyal investors, those holding since 2021 or earlier, are still accumulating ADA. They haven't sold much during rallies. There you go. Weak hands are out. Cardano's short-term supply has thinned dramatically. Most ADA is now sitting with long-term holders.
No, these guys like the Grayscale dump it like they do with everything else. The suckers.
Well, they will, but they don't. They will, but they also are incentivized to not let it fall through the floor with another 90% bear market drop. Justin, Cardano's leading native asset SNEC is trending on X.
You know why?
Why?
The ADA loan.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there's what I got today. Do Not You says it's a bullish event indeed. It is. There's nothing like it, and I'll tell you that in terms of on-chain utility meeting TradFi in an ETF. Like, look, Ondo and Ethereum and even Algorand in a lot of ways, and probably HBAR in a lot of ways. Like, there's people that are further ahead on the tokenization front, and that's absolutely massive. But this thing right here, there's nothing like, when it comes to ETFs, there's nothing like the way that this is going to cause on-chain utility to meet TradFi. Hey,
Grant, I got something important to tell DCA and Do Not.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I was talking to Trent today. Like, how do you feel yesterday? And he's like, I feel a little bamboozled. So you guys don't know this, is that Jeremy was in here, and Trent's like, I'm going to drink all this. I'm going to down these 2 beers, and I have 2 shots of bourbon, and we can get to 4-5-1 tonight. And Jeremy's like, I got you. And he's like, I flashed the bat signal. And Trent's like, yes. But what Trent didn't know is Jeremy made a bunch of fake emails and then signed up under them. And then YouTube monitors that stuff, so you can't just make fake accounts. And then we woke up and they were all gone. So Trent downed the beers and the whiskey for no reason.
Which I'm sure Drummer didn't know that, but dang, He unwittingly bamboozled me, though.
It was hilarious.
Because the next morning I looked at my phone and we ticked right back down to 447. Got me lit for no reason.
It was funny. But hey guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm beat. You guys are beat, and I'm tired. And Trent's tired. He doesn't look tired because his beard hides it. My beard's not as thick as his. But guys, I just want to point out, thank you so much for showing up. We love each and every one of you. This community is fun. It's good to be a part of. I love the growth. I love being here. I love talking about BitBuy. I love showing you my charts. I love looking at TA. I love talking about the news, checking out the bubbles, hanging out with Trent, drinking good brews. I mean, we're the most hydrated crypto community out there. So, guys, check out the Discord so we can talk to you more. It's find it in the description. And like and subscribe. And we'll be back. I will be back tomorrow evening. Trent will be back tomorrow morning. And we will see you guys later. Peace. Stay blessed.